Alright, it's September 21st, 2021. I'm sitting in this flag still. And I want to just talk real quick about, I've got this issue with the squares and the colors. It's a multiplex. It's a lexicon. It's a Rubicon. And it's several dexterities in that I am at the moment. It's more than just human. It has nothing to do, it has something to do with countrymen, contents, so on and so forth. But when I'm talking about there is a system that was used to try to fix things at some point, and I have a perfect black and white system. And this to me means safety. This means that I'm safe, humans are safe, and now all of a sudden the correct people are doing the correct things with however that colored system works. Because believe it or not, those squares go in a very particular order, and someone on a black and white system knew that I was supposed to be with that area. Okay. When I say it is a black and white checkered floor, and at some point somebody came, metaphorically, and popped up the white marble tiles and replaced them somehow with yellow squares. This scares the hell out of me. What this means, if you are of a darker complexion, it shows in your eye corners as jaundice, and that's your liver. For me, being that I have such light skin, it changes the complexion, and you can see it clearly. It means the radiological color, the photon spectrum, the things that differentiate in your eyesight between a blue and a green and a pink and a red and a purple. That radiation, that's photon, that amount, when it's in a category safe for humans, is healthy, it's okay. Currently, what this schematic over here is telling me is ammonia is filling up. I can see it. It's lowering my immune system. I'm getting bloated. Some days, I've always been on the chunky side here, but that's because my life path was switched out because somebody confused what the yellow squares meant. People were swapping out white squares for yellow squares as if it was an option. Every yellow square that was added where a white square was taken away means that you opted purposely to create a system that is more and more dangerous and harmful for all humans. This causes amounts of ammonia in your bloodstream because the oxygen level is so low. This means that there is levels of electric static coming through the walls because it no longer has a system, because there's computer programmers now on regular computers telling by computer to come in through either the manufacturing chip or whatever to leak electricity to mess with your liver function and your kidney function, so ammonia starts to build up in your bloodstream. I can already see it in my own, and it's what causes toxic radiation along with pressure changes and all sorts of things. But what it's from at this point, with this machine turned on in this subset, because this is no longer the machine that I was born to in 1978. This now feels like a hot-wired machine where my body machina was escorted into I don't know how, and then they flipped the machine on, and now somebody else is in charge of, and it's a complete yellow and black square system. And there's no more black and white at all. I don't feel a black and white system. I don't see a black and white system. I feel like it has turned into a yellow and black square jackpot for people who are in a short-term gain period and are preventing leadership from being able to save us all from the high amounts of ammonia that are easily built up in a body system that kills it much more fast. And once you kill off leadership, you have no body machines to return to, and you have nobody to work the system. So it is Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Nicole Cattaruzza, and it's star 1978, star 8378. So for me, when I say that Lewis had the black hand with the white face, and then it was yellow and black checkers underneath, that's because for his time period, that was the dangerous agenda that was being harnessed and thought of and progressed and revolutionized somewhere else in the planetary system that I was watching over. Because as transcendent, if you have a grandparent on the whatever, I was able, knowing where I was going in yellow squares of dangerous ammonia level and what I was built for, you get to watch over and guide as best as possible people into your grandparent livelihood or ancestry lineage, who then document with the help of other humans and then prepare for the lineage as we try to help fix one branch if it becomes undone. The thing is, for me, I was watching, and when I what I call flip the handlebars, is when I flipped from prehistoric into permanent, to transcendent, but transcendent in a permanent resident form. So this way I had born identity lineage in with residency, but I'm still prehistorically on record, and there's still a transcendent record of me trying to avoid as many yellow squares from turning yellow as possible, because the more yellow and black the road becomes, the more ammonia builds up in the public of where I was, of the level of human I was born within, as leadership is trying to gain hold of not just how low my area has sunk on the importance scale and how highly toxic it is, but then they also have other areas that they have to fulfill and try to manage as well, to gain back a black and white checkered board system, and then to add insult to injury, somebody threw in a red and black system, and I'm just like, that is a whole different set of Rubicon and lexicon that no longer applies, because you're already a deaf con men, and you're already at a dangerous ammonia level, and you can see it on my face, and the machine's been turned on and off so many times to almost leapfrog and quantum leap certain populations forward that should have never been able to get their hands on certain equipment, for certain. And here we are.